Many enemies will say that the son of Usman could not cry the sword of his father. This is the pressure around him. The battle is not only the outside the wall, the real battle is inside heart, inside council, and inside family rooms, and inside silent plans made in the dark. Every character is now standing at a point where one decision can change the whole road ahead. Orhan Bey has always been shown as a brave leader, but now his courage is being tested in a different way. Earlier, a warrior could prove himself by winning a fight, saving an ally, or entering danger without fear. But now Orhan must prove that he can think like a ruler. He must know when to attack, when to wait, when to forgive, when to punish, when to trust, and when to stay silent. This is not easy because enemies like our fellows do not fight only with sword. They use pain, revenge, secret, weak heart, and broken promises. The Byzantine side know the Orhan biggest strength is loyalty, so they will try to break that loyalty from inside. Bursa has been under pressure for a long time, but the city is still alive. Its walls are tried, its open are affair, and its rulers know that time is not on the other side. Still, a trapped enemy can become more dangerous than a free one. When a city feels that it has nothing left to lose, it can make cruel choices. This is why the Filvus is important. He is not only to defending Bursa, he is defending his own angry. He carry all wind, and wind can make a man build. A built enemy does not always think of victory. Sometimes he only think of burning everything even if he burn with it. This make Tufelus a dangerous figure for Orhan. The latest part of the story also gives importance of Islamic and Byzantine Empire. Anzac is not just another place on the map, it is a center of power, faith, politics, and future control. Forever control such places will control the road of history. Orhan know this. The Byzantines also know this. That is why every meeting, every message, and every journey around Inzik carry hidden meaning. When Orhan speaks to the empire, he is not only to speaking as a frontier bey, he is speaking as a man whose name will rise in the region. His word must be sharp but not careless. His tone must be respectful but not weak. This balance is what makes his silence power and seen power. One of the strongest part of the Krulus Orhan is the way it shows leadership as a heavy burden. Many people look at Orhan and see glory. They see the son of Usman. They see the rider at the front of the army. They see the man who can take castless and command Alps. But very few understand the loneliness of the position. A leader may sit among many people, but his final decision is often made alone. When everyone to leaves, he still hears the voices of those who may die because his command. He think about mothers who will wait for son, the wives who will wait for husbands, and the children who will grow up hearing the story of fallen fathers. This is the part of leadership that cannot be seen from away. Nilufar Hatun role also feels very important at this point. She is not only Orhan wife, she is a bridge between different worlds, different memories, and different pain. Her presence reminds us that the rise of the state is not only written by sword, it is also written by women who keep families standing when men go to war. Nilufar has has already passed through the sphere, fear, and hope. Her heart knows the cost of love in a world full of enemies. In the coming event, she may become even more central because when the men are busy with war, women often see the danger that hides behind the smiles. Nilufar's strength is calm, but calm strength can something save more than a loud sword. Malhoun Hatun is another powerful figure in this world. She represents dignity, family, state memory, and the deep wisdom of the mother who has seen many reasons of struggle. She knows that son can be brave and still make mistakes. She knows that brothers can love each other and still be pulled into a by the hands of other. She knows that the enemy does not always come from outside the tent. Sometimes the enemy enters the through pride, jealousy, fear, and bad advice. This makes Malhoun Hatun a very important voice. She can guide, warn, and protect the balance of the family. Her silence can have meaning and her word can shake a room. Aladdin Bey presents also add a deep layer to the story. He is not same as Orhan and that difference is important. Orhan carry the sword of direct command while Aladdin often carry the mind of order, knowledge and state structure. A strong state need both. It needs men who can ride into battle. It also need men who can build law system and stable rule. If the story used to Aladdin Wall, it can show the audience that the Ottoman rise when was not a story of war, it was also a story of planning, judgment and story foundations. Orhan may open the gates, but the state may also know how to govern what it takes. The tension between old way and new ideas is also growing. Some characters believe that tradition must never change. Others understand that a new age new need a new method. This is where to Shansha Bey some becomes very interesting. He can loyal, brave, strong, but he can also stand for a world that fear change. A leader like Orhan cannot ignore to tradition because tradition gives people identity, but he also cannot become a poisoner of tradition because history does not wait for men who are afraid to move forward. The struggle between old and new can become one of the strongest themes in the next part of the series. Fatma Khatun's story may also grow in emotional weight. She is not only a daughter or sister, she is a woman carrying family honor, personal feeling, and pressure of political choices in such a horizontal dramas. Marriages and are never only about love. They are tried to balance peace, land, loyalty, and future power. If Fatma's life becomes part of political decision, it can create pain inside the family. The audience will want to see whether her heart will be heard or whether duty will silence her wishes. This kind of conflict is strong because it does not need a battlefield. A quiet room can become more painful than a battlefield when a person's future being decided. Halima path is also of a possibility. She is connected to struggle, survival, and identity. A character like Halima can show that strength is not always born in comfort. Sometimes strength is born when a person is taken away from peace and forced to remember who they are middle of darkness. If the story continuously show her woman of will, courage, she can power of part of the emotional heart of the series. Her scene can remind viewers that the women of this world are not standing behind history, they are walking inside it. The Russian rule may also bring a different kind of tension. Love across to enemy lines is always dangerous in a story like this. It can bring beauty, but it can also bring to disaster. If the Russians feel are true, he may be a force to choose between blood and heart, between the side where he was born and the side where his soul finds peace. Such a choice can break a man. It can also make him greater than he ever was, but the people around him may not to trust him easily. In a time of war, trust is expensive and one mistake can cost many lives. Felves remain one of the most dangerous characters because his fight is personal. A political enemy can be handled with talk, gift, threat, and agreement, but an enemy filled with revenge is harder to control. Felvas wants more than victory. He wants to Orhan to feel pain. He wants to Usman house to bleed. He wants to prove that Borsa is not fallen in spirit. That kind of angry can create shocking moves. He may use to poisoners secret message, poison spies, or a emotional trap. He understands that if he cannot defect Orhan in open battle, he mistake to must make Orhan own world shake. The coming episode may also show that the Byzantine side is divided. This is an important point. Empires often look strong from outside, but inside they can be full of fear, pride, betrayal, and weak leaders. The Byzantine Empire may want to protect its throne, but not every commander will agree with him. Some may want to peace, some may want to war, and some may want to use Orhan against their own revival, and some may want to remove both Orhan and the empire from the game. This kind of political confusion give Orhan both danger and opportunity. If he read the situation correctly, he can turn the enemy division into own victory. The Arabs around Orhan are also important because our leader is only as strong as the loyalty around him. Trajectory, Braun, and can thoroughly other Riemann and other warrior can different color of bravery. Some bring humor, some bring wisdom, some bring pure force, and some bring emotional loyalty. Their brotherhood give the series warmth in the middle of hard politics and trap. Their bound reminds the audience when while the Kaya spirit which still matters. When these Alap ride together, it is not only action, it is a picture of trust. Each man knows that one beside him may protect his back in a final moment. Burhan's journey can be especially emotional because he has seen danger very closely. A man who enters the enemy city as a spy knows that every breath may be his last. He survives such a mission and he does not return same. He comes back with a new knowledge but also new scares. Those scares can make him wiser or more silent. He may understand Borsa from inside better than anyone else. This can help Orhan in future plans, but Borhan may also carry the guilt for who suffered because of mission. A good script can use to experience to show human cost of intelligent work. Sacred character can bring both laughter and pain. Each earlier story connected to this world, characters like him often become to be loved because they are not only fighter, they have soul. They can smile before battle, speak with warmth, and then stand like mountains when death comes. In Krulus or Orhan criteria can become a symbol of the old generation that still stand with a new one. He has seen Usman age and now the C Orhan age. This gives him a special place. He can understand the past, but he must also accept the future. Kentu Trasley and Aldur Rahman can bring strong warrior energy to the story. Their loyalty to Orhan may be tested when plans become more dangerous. It is easy to follow a leader when victory is clear. It is harder to follow him when the road is dark, when the news is confusing, and when enemies spread lie. The next part of this story may show whether Orhan trusts his mind as much as trust is sweared. That trust will be important if he prepares a bold move against Borsa or Inznik. The series is now at a point everywhere side wants something different. Orhan want to scare the future of the Balik and fulfill the dream of conquest. Osman House want to unity, but unity is not easy when pressure grow. Malhoun want to her children and state protected. Nilufar want peace for her, more pain, but Byzantine side want to survival. Felvers want to revenge. Other Turkish Beylik may want to influence land or control. The empire wants to keep its throne. The people want to safety. In the middle, all of these, one wrong stem can start a chain of blood. The mood of episode 25 will likely feel serious because the story is moving toward a major turning point. The trailer, date, and the latest broadcast information show that the series is close to an important stage in the season. Fans are waiting to see whether the next episode will bring a direct clash or political trap, a family shock, or major decision by Orhan. This is what makes the current update powerful. It is not only about a new episode arising, it is about the feeling that the story is preparing to open a bigger chapter. One possible direction is that Orhan may put pressure in Zinnik through the diplomacy and force, insist of attacking without thinking. He may use the fear inside the Byzantine side. If the empire is weak or surrounded by enemies, Orhan can speak from a position of strength. He can show that the Turks are not longer a small frontier power waiting outside the gate. They are becoming the new order. This would make Orhan word very important. A strong speech from him could become one of the highlights of the episode, especially if he speaks not as an angry warrior but as a future ruler. Another possible direction is that may become more dangerous to desperate. A desperate Borsa may send a secret killer, separate false messages, or try to create trouble among Orhan allies. The city cannot keep waiting forever. Food, moral, and trust may be a feeling of falling inside when our leaders inside a beside city for fear, blame to each other, take cruel steps to show strength. This can make the situation inside to Borsa very dramatic. The people may begin to ask whether their rules are protecting them or using them as a shield. The emotional center of the coming story may be the question of sacrifice. What must Orhan sacrifice to take Borsa? What must Nilufar sacrifice to stand beside him? What must Melhoun sacrifice to keep the family united? What must the Arab sacrifice to protect the dream? Every great is a rise as a prize, and the series becomes stronger when it shows the dead prize clearly. If victory comes comes too easily, it feels empty. But if victory comes after pain, fear, and hard choice, then the audience feel it weight. Krulus or Han is the strongest when it reminds viewers that the history was made by people who lost many things before they gained a place in a memory. The coming section of the story may explore the shadow of Usman Bey when Usman is not in every scene. His name carry power or Han is loving to under the light and weight of name. People compare him to his father. Some spot him because of Usman. Some doubt him because they think no son can reach such a level. This is a heavy test of Orhan. He must respect his father to legacy, but he must not come only a copy of his father. He must become himself. That is the true meaning of his journey. He is not Usman again. He is Orhan, and his age must have to own voice. This is also why the title of Krulus Orhan matters. It tells us that the story is no longer only about a foundation through Usman. It is about building the next stage. A state cannot live only the glory of its founder. It must pass from one generation to the next. This is passing is always dangerous. Enemies waiting for weakness. Brother may be tested. Allies may change side. The people may wonder whether the new leader is strong enough. Orhan's mention is not proof that the dream did not end with Usman. It has grown stronger. A strong way to present is this secret is to being with the land itself. Imagine the camera moving over the cold fields near the Borsa. The morning fog sit low on the ground. The wall of the city stand in the distance like a tried against Turkish tent, a quiet note as a smoke rise from small fires. Heroes are moved restless. Horses move restless. Alep charm their blades without speaking much. Everyone feel that something is coming. This opening would create atmosphere without needing too many words. It shows that the storm is not sudden. It has been building for years. Then we can move to Orhan Bey standing alone, looking toward to Borsa. His face is calm, but his eyes show the sleepless night. He is not afraid of wall. He is thinking of what will happen after the wall fall. A simple warrior think only about to entering the city. A ruler think about holding the city, finding it to people, stopping revenge, building justice, and turning conquest into orders. This is the difference that the script should show. Orhan is not hungry to destruction. He want to control, stability, a future, and a many comes to him and bring new from the court, and the enemy has moved men near one gate. Another passengers has been seen leaving the city at night. There are new rumors that the Felvis is preparing a secret plan. Orhan listened without panic. He asked short questions. Where did the passengers go? Who opened the gate? How many guards were there? Did the people inside city look calm or afraid? These questions show his mind. He does not jump at the first news. He gathers peace like a chess player. This make him feel more mature. Inside to Borsa, Felvas may be shown in a dark hall with candles burning low. He speaks to his commanders, but they do not only trust. Some are loyal, some are afraid, and some think he has become too consumed by revenge. Felvas tell him that Orhan must be allowed to take the city alive in spirit. He may say that wall can follow, but pride must not fall. Yet this word may sound less like a leadership and more like obsession. This is a good contrast with Orhan. Orhan think of tomorrow, Felvas think of yesterday. A city older when burned, Felvas that the people are tried. Food is short, mothers are hiding bring bread for the children. Soldiers are losing faith, but Felvas refuses to listen. He calls weakness to tyrants, and he may order to strikers control inside city. This would show that Borsa is cracking from within. When a ruler stops hearing their own people, the city begins to follow before the enemy touches the gate. This kind of scene add to death because it shows conquest is not only made by outside force. Sometimes injustice inside open the road for change. Back into Kaya camp to Malhoun Hatun may sit with Nilufar Hatun and other women. The mood is serious. They prepare supplies, hold wounded men, and speak about the future. Malhoun can sense that Nilufar is worried. Nilufar may not to stay at first, but her face give her away. She is proud of Orhan, but she fears losing him to the endless road of war. Malhoun tell her that being beside a leader does not mean having a heart made of stone. It means feeling fear and still standing straight. These words would fit Malhoun characters and give Nilufar strength. Nilufar may answer that she does not fear hardship for herself. She fears a future where their children know their father only through stories. This line would be simple but emotional. It would remind the audience that behind every greater leader is a family paying its own price. Malhoun may place a hand on her shoulder and say that sons of such houses are born into heavy names, but mothers keep those names are alive with prayers, patience, and courage. The scene would be quiet, but it would carry a lot of feeling. Meanwhile, Aladdin Bey may be shown studying map, letters, and supply lines. He may notice that the enemy is trying to pull Orhan attention away from Borsa and toward Iznik. He understands that the Byzantine may be want to or divide his forces. This is where Aladdin can shine. Instead of only standing as a brother, he becomes a mind that protects the state. He wants that every open road may be trapped and every peace message may cry a hidden knife. His advice can help Orhan avoid a mistake. Orhan and Aladdin may then have a private conversation. This scene can be very strong because both brothers can speak honestly. Orhan may say that people accept him to act quickly. Aladdin may answer that speed is good only when the road is clear. Orhan may ask whether waiting will make him look weak. Aladdin may say that true weakness is not waiting. True weakness is letting the enemy decide your movement. This exchange would show mutual respect. It should also show that the state needs brotherhood, not rivalry. However, not everyone around them may be happy with the closeness. A hidden enemy could try to create doubt between brothers. This is a common but powerful theme in a horizontal drama. The enemy know that is Orhan and Aladdin stand together. They are hard to break, but if suspicion enters between them, the house become weaker. A fall letter, a twisted message, or a rumor in the camp could start trouble. The next episode may use such a device to test their bond. Shensha Bey may also become part of this tension. He is experienced and proud. He may believe that his way is safer because it follows what he knows. Orhan may respect him but still choose a different path. This can create conflict without making Shensha a simple villain. A good script should not make every opposing voice evil. Sometimes people disagree because the affair change because they have suffered or because they believe their duty is a stop. young leader from rising too much. This make the drama more real. In consult scene, Orhan propose a plan that surprise everyone. Instead of a direct attack, he may plan to cut the enemy's remaining secret routes and force them into a choice. Some base may argue that this is slow. Others may say that a fully attack would cost many lives. Orhan listen would cost many lives. Orhan listen then explained that a city it are taken only a breaking stone. It is a taking breaking the enemy hope. This line would fit the stage of the story. It showed toward that he is learning the art of seg. At the same time, the Byzantine Empire may be shown receiving different report. One report say Orhan grows stronger, and others say Borsa is suffering. Another warned that Pelvas may act without orders. The empire face may show the warrior he understands Orhan is not a just local problem he is arising for that may change the balance of region. This can lead to meeting where the empire advisor argue. Some want to mitigate, some want to strike, some want to use Princess Asporka as part of a political plan. Princess Asporka can become a very interesting character if the script gives her intelligence and agency. She is not just a royal figure, she can understand politics, pressure, and weakness of her own side. She may see the Orhan as enemy but also as a man who is not like a story told about Turk in a place. This is not mean trust come quickly. It means her view may become more complicated. A complicated character is always better than a flat one. Asporka can stand between duty or to her empire and truth she sees with her own eyes. If Asporka meet Orhan in a Delomate scene, the dialogue can be full of hidden meaning. She may accuse him of bringing war to Byzantine lands, or Han may answer that injustice and weakness opened the gates alone long before his horse reached them. She may say that empire do not bow for frontier bay. Orhan may calmly reply that every empire was once small and every great fall. Being this kind of exchange would be dramatic without being too difficult for viewers to understand. The story could then move toward a night mansion, or Han may send a small group to follow the secret passenger from Borsa. Burhan Khan and Tyrell and Abdur Rahman could be a part of it. The scene would bring action and suspicions. They move through tree, avoid patrols, and discover that the passengers is not going to the Empire directly but to a hidden meeting point. This means there is another player in the game, maybe a traitor, maybe a foreign order, maybe a commander acting alone. Such a discovery would open a new layer of danger. During this mission, they may find evidence that Felvas is planning to target not only Orhan soldiers but also the camp itself. If he cannot win outside the wall, he may try to strike the families, supplies, or horses. This would raise the stake. Orhan enemies understand that hurting the camp can hurt moral. A warrior can face enemy in battle, but it is home is attack. Angry can make to careless. Felvas may cannot on that angry. He may want to Orhan to lose control and rush into a trap. When the Arabs return with a news, Orhan must make a fast but but carefully decision. He cannot move all forces away from Borsa because that would give the city relief. He cannot ignore the threat because the camp is the heart of his people. This is where his leadership is tested. He may divide tasks, place hidden guards, and create a fall weakness to layer the attackers insist of being trapped. He can turn the trap around. This would be satisfying of viewers because it show Orhan growth. A powerful scene could show Orhan speaking to his before the night attack. He tells them that enemy think that Kaya camp is not only tent and fires, but the camp is mother, prayers, and children, and all warriors, future sons, and honor of the state. Whatever comes to harm, it will not return easily. This speech would be emotional and clear. It would connect to military defense with family protection, which is major theme in our universe. The night attack could be being with a silence, a dog bark, a horse lift it ahead. A shadow moves near the supply area. The attackers think they are unseen, but Orhan men are waiting. Suddenly, torches light up, arrow fly. The enemy arrive to realize too late that the camp was ready. The fight is fast and sharp. Kenneth Ralia fight with force. Abdurrahman moves with discipline. Borhan catches one man alive because information is more valuable than dead body. This action scene would give energy without losing story purpose. The capture attacker may reveal that the order came through a secret chain, not to directly for Felwas. This create doubt if Felwas working with another power or is someone using his name. Orhan may understand that the game is bigger than Borsa. This is important because as the series grow, Orhan enemies must also grow. A simple Sagi cannot carry the whole drama. There must be hidden forces, shifting, and political games. The capture man's word could point toward a new danger waiting near Inznik or even inside a friendly circle. After the attack, Nilofer may see the damage near the camp and understand how close danger came. She may look at Orhan with both fear and pride. Orhan may tell her that he should has moved faster to protect them. Nilofer may answer that a leader cannot stand in every place at once, but she may also remind him that people need to need this he sees other fire. This advice is important. A ruler must only protect people, he must make them feel protected. Nilofer words can help Orhan connect with camp emotionally. The next morning, Orhan may walk through the camp and speak ordinary people. He may visit wounded guard, comfort a child who was scared, and thank women helped during the attack. This would show softer side of leadership. It would make the audience see why people follow him. They do not follow only because he is Usman's son. They follow because he sees them. A ruler who sees his people become stronger than a ruler who only commands them. Inside Porsa, Felvas may become furious when he learns that the attack failed. He may punish the passengers or blame his men. His anger grow and with it his mistakes grow. This is the turning point where his revenge begins to harm his own side. A commander who can control anger becomes useful to his enemy. Orhan may not need to destroy Felwas quickly. He may need to let Felwas destroy his own judgment. This is a clever part of conflict. At the same time, a more careful Byzantine mind warned that Felwas is becoming a danger to everyone. If If the umpire hears this, he may consider removing him or using for a final dangerous plan. This can create tension inside to Byzantine camp. Fellows may betrayed by his own side. If that happens, he may become even more unpredictable. A man who loses trust in both enemy and ally can become the center of choice. The episode may also include a strong emotional scene with Fatma Hatun and Yakat. Their connection can show the personal side of political struggle. If Yakat loved Fatma but duty stand between them, their scene can bring pain and beauty. He may want to prove that himself worthy, while she may fear that her life is being pulled into our decisions made by others. Their dialogue should be full, not too heavy. He may say that he can fight 100 enemies, but he does not know how to fight her silence. She may answer that silence is sometimes the only shield to the left woman. This would make the scene memorable. Halima and Darasan's story can run beside this a mirror. When Fatma's story may be about duty inside same world, Halima and Darasan's story may be about love across two divided worlds. Darasan may be something brave to protect Halima or to prove that his heart is ruled by his origin, but trust will not come easily. Some may still see him as a danger. Halima may still also struggle because feeling can become a weakness if the enemy uses them. This makes their story tense and emotional. A strong script section can show that a woman are not only waiting for men to return. Malhoun, Nilufar, Fatma, Halima, Gonza and other can each carry different kind of strength. One protect the family dignity, one guard love and hope, one fights with discipline, one suffers quietly but does not break, one dreams of motherhood and stability. These stories make world feel alive, where affect everyone, not only those holding word. Gonza Hatun, pain and hope can add another emotional line. Her longing for a child is not a small matter in a world where family, legacy, and future bloodlines are so important. She may hide her sadness from others, but Aladdin may see it. Their relationship can show to tenderness inside a harsh political world. If the series gives them a quiet scene, it can balance the heavy battle plot. Aladdin may be dealing with a map and state plan, but at home he is also husband who must understand his wife's heart. Their balance between public duty and private pain is one of the best things a horizontal drama can show. Great names in our history were still human beings. They loved, feared, argued, hoped, and suffered. Orhan may be a future ruler, but he is also as a husband, father, brother, and son. Nilufar may as a Hatun of a great house, but she is also a woman with memories and fear. Malhoun may be a mother of ladder, but she is also a mother who can worry like an other mother. When the script remembers this humanity, the story becomes stronger. The latest update around episode 25 make also viewers wonder whether a major death and injury is coming. Historical drama often use such moment near turning points. The Rasan fate Felwa's next move, the danger around Fatma and pressure around to Borsa all create rooms for a shocking event. The story does not need to kill character sacrifice happen. It should push the story forward. It should change Orhan, change the family or change the balance of power. A sacrifice with without meaning feel empty. A sacrifice with meaning becomes unforgettable if the son is in danger. Halima emotional reaction could become a strong moment. If Fatma is threatened, Usman House may feel the wound directly. If an Allah folds the brotherhood around Orhan may become to more determined. If a Byzantine figure die, it may create choice inside the empire. Any of these paths could work if written with care. The key is to avoid repeating older pattern without new meaning. Every danger must reveal something new about the characters. One possible high point of the episode could be Orhan confronting Felwas not easily of battle but in a tense exchange across distance. Maybe they meet during the negotiation or maybe they speak after a poisoner exchange. Felwas may try to provoke Orhan by speaking about family, blood, and revenge. Orhan may refuse to fall into angry. This would show his maturity. He may tell to Felwas that revenge make a man loud, but justice make a state lasting. Such a line would separate him them carefully, clearly. Felwas fight for a wind, Orhan fights for a future. Another powerful moment can involve Osman Bey legacy. Someone bring Orhan his father word or Orhan may remember advice from Osman at a circuitous moment. The scene should not to be a long because the story now belongs to Orhan, but a short reminder can give emotional power. Orhan may look at Sword, his father banner or a land before to Borsa and remember a confused just in a application. This idea can guide his choices. It can show that Ottoman dream in a series is not only about taking cities about a building order. The issue of justice about to conquest is very important. If Orhan take to Borsa, what will happen to its people? Will they be punished, protected, taxed fairly, or forced into a fair? A great ruler must think about this before victory. The series can show Orhan ordering that ordinary people must not be harmed. This would make his leadership different from the cruel behavior of some enemies. It would also make the people of Bursa begin to question what they have been told about him. Fear can keep people behind the wall, but justice can open the gate inside the city. They may be ordinary people who are tired of followers and Byzantine commanders. A baker, a mother, a wounded soldier, or a priest may begin to doubt by rulers. These small characters can make the Borsa feel real without them. The city is only strong with them. It becomes a living peace, a place of full hungry fear, faith, and hope. If one of these ordinary people help Orhan's side, it should not feel random. It should come from suffering and desires of for peace. The secret message or passage of Porsa may also return as a plot point if earlier parts of the story show tunnels, hidden road or weak point in the cities. Episode 25 can use them in a new way. Orhan may already know some of these routes, but the enemies can change them. A small group may enter to open a gate or gather information. Such a man mention can create to suspense because one mistake inside a city can lead to capture. The darkness of tunnel, the echo of step and fear of battle can make a strong sequence. During this mission, Burhan or another Arab can may meet someone inside who gives unaccepted to help. Maybe this person hate to followers or maybe they want to save their family. The helper may not to love Orhan but they may trust that he will be less cruel than our rulers inside. This would show how power changes when people lose faith in their own leaders. Empire do not fall only because enemies attack, they fall when their people stop believing in them. Orhan may also face pressure for other Turkish Beylik. This part of story can show that unity among Turks was not simple. Every bey has its own pride, land, ambition, and fear. Some may support Orhan because they see his strength. Others may fear that if we grow too much they will become smaller. This make politics complicated. Orhan must not only defect to Byzantines, he must also manage Muslim and Turkish powers around him. This is where to diplomacy becomes as important as battle. A scene with revealed base could show Orhan new authorities. They could may speak to him as if he is still only a young leader. He may answer with calm confidence. He does not need to shout. Power is often stronger when it does not need to raise its voice. He can remind them to that Borsa not only with goal, it is a gate for all want to learn to be a sufferer. But if they stand in a way to for selfish reason, history will not remember their excuse. This kind of speech would be simple, strong, and suitable for YouTube style script. This series can show also that Orhan's biggest enemy may not to be one man, it may be time. Time is pushing everyone. Borsa cannot wait forever. The empire cannot delay forever. Orhan cannot keep his army in check without cost forever. Family cost cannot live under endless fear forever. This pressure makes every choice urgent. When time becomes as enemy, even good leaders can mistake. Orhan must move their people. Lose patience must not as a first that fall into a trap. The weather and setting can help show this pressure. Could night, muddy road, tried horses, and empty supply cart and smoke over Borsa can create a strong visual mood. The land itself can feel tired of war. This is important in a long historical series because viewers need to feel the weight of campaign, and war is not only shining armor or loud music. It is waiting, angry, pain, mud, doubt, and fear of news arriving at night. One of the most important themes for this section is transformation. Orhan is transformed a brave son into a ruler. Nilofer is transforming for a wife, carrying pain into a stronger political and emotional figure. Aladdin is transforming from a wise brother into a state mind. Fatma and Halima are transforming through love, duty, and danger. Borsa is transforming for an enemy city into a future prize. Even Felvas is transforming but in opposite direction. He is moving from defender to destroyer for commander to poisoner of revenge. This contrast can become the heart of the script. Orhan build with Felvas burn. Orhan think from people while Felvas think for wind. Orhan listen the advice while Felvas reject warning. Orhan carry legacy as responsibility with Felvas carry the enemy as poison. The audience can understand this easily. It gave the conflict moral and emotional weight. A very strong ending for the section 1 would be a cliffhanger. After the failed night attack and discovery of a bigger plan, Orhan received a message. The message may claim, but someone close to some him betray him before Borsa fall. It may include a sign only a real insider would know. The camp becomes uneasy. Orhan read the message, but he does not show fear. Fold it slowly and look toward the city. Then he say it a traitor is hiding under his roof. The traitor will reveal and himself when the first gate open. This ending create to tension for the next section without repeating old ideas. Another possible cliffhanger is that the gate of Borsa opens slightly at night, not for sounder, for a secret move. A rider leaves the city carrying the sail or on sword follow him, but before then catch him another group attack for a shadow. The rider escape toward his neck. The audience is left wondering what message I carry. It is call for help in order to kill someone or prove a secret violence. This would to connect Borsa and his neck and prepare the next part of the story. The final mood of this section should be clear. The storm has not arrived fully, but every sign says it is close. The people in a camp feel it. The rulers, Borsa feel it. The umpire feel it. Nilofer feels it in her heart. Malhoun feel it with a mother wisdom. Orhan feel it in a silence before dawn. Episode 25 is not just another chapter. It feels like a moment before major door opens. So the latest update brings Krulus Orhan closer to its next episode. The story stands at a power age. To Orhan Bey must prove that he can lead not only with courage but with patience and wisdom. Portia must decide whether it will keep suffering under fear or face the change coming toward its wall. Felvas must choose whether he is a commander or only a man lost inside revenge. The Byzantine Empire must decide whether to fight, negotiate, or a battery his own people for survival. And the Kaya family must stand together because if the house break from inside, no wall outside will matter. This is why the coming episode has created so much interest. Fans are not only waiting for battle scene, they are waiting for answer. Will Orhan plan work? Will Borsa finally weaken beyond to repair? Will Felvas make a deadly mistake? Will Esporca become a stronger political player? Will Nilufer can Malhoun protect the heart of family while Aladdin wisdom stop as a disaster? Will Fatma, Halima, Darsan and the Elf face new pain? These questions make the story alive. The best way to understand Krulus Orhan at this stage is to see it as a story of pressure on a city, pressure on a family, pressure on a young ruler, pressure on an empire losing ground, pressure on heart that want to love but live in war, pressure on all tradition facing in a new age. Under pressure, weak stone crack, but strong still become too sharper. Orhan Bey is now inside that fire. This world around him want to know what he will become. If he only become to warrior, he may win battle but lose the future. If he becomes a ruler, he may carry the Belek into a new age. This is the real test. The wall of Porsa are high, but the higher wall is inside Orhan dynasty. To pass it, he must control his anger, protect his people, rid his enemies, hold his family together, and prove that Usman's dream did not end with generation. It is now walking forward through him as the episode approaches. One thing feel certain the story is moving toward a moment where silence will end and decisions will speak. The spirit and ready, but the mind must lead them. The horses are restless, but the heart must guide them. The enemies are planning, but the truth will soon uncover. Many risk to mask. Borsa wait behind its walls. Isnik watches from its own rod, and Orhan Bey stand between history and danger. This section ends with the image of Orhan at dawn. The sky is pale and the wind moves from banners. The camp is walking far away. Borsa is still closed but is no longer look untouchable. Orhan places his hand on a sword. He must angry but promises. He knows that the next part step may cost blood. He knows that some place he loves may suffer. He knows that victory will not to be clean or easy. Still he does not turn back because some roads are not chosen from comfort. They are chosen because history call and only those with strong heart answer. The storm before Borsa has begun and will break. Every character will have it to show who they are truly are. The story of Krulus Orhan moves into a deeper and more dangerous stage. In the first section, the pressure around to Borsa was rising a storm before heavy rain. Now the story turned toward Iznik, toward the Byzantine place, toward the secret road of power, and toward the heart of people who are standing between people, duty, and fear. This section is not only about to wear, it is about to hidden plan, broken trust, quiet pain, and the difficult step Orhan Bey take if he want to become more than brave. Some of Usman Bey. He must become a ruler who can see the enemy before the enemy shows his face. The latest update make the story feel more serious because episode 25 is placed at a point where doors can open at the same time. Borsa waiting behind strong wall. Esnik is watching like a silent eye. The Byzantine Empire is worried about to losing control. Falwas is burning with revenge. Nilufar Hatun is facing a storm inside her arm. Princess Asporka is no longer only a guest for a political figure. Her presence has started to change the balance. Malhoun Hatun understands that state can fall from outside attack, but it can also shake because of pain inside family. This is why the next chapter must be written with care. Every scene should move the story forward. Every character should carry a clear reason. The section being after the failed night attack near Orhan camp, the enemy believed that darkness would hide their step, but Orhan must already prepared for them. His enemy kept some attackers and some from of one them came a dangerous truth. The attack was not only to Velvet's angry, it was connected to a larger plan. A message had been sent toward Iznik. The rider who escaped was crying, something that could change the whole game. Orhan now know that Borsa is only one part of enemy design. The real fire can be burning in Iznik, where the Empire is commanders are hidden traitors are also moving these pieces. At dawn, the Kai Peng camp does not wake up with peace, it wakes up with silence. People move slowly between tents when women check the wounded Alep, clean the ground where blood feel that a night the ground. Horses are restless as if they are feel that danger is close. The banner move in the morning wind, but the air does not feel the fresh, it feel heavy. Orhan Bey walked through the camp without speaking much. He looked after at the face of his people. Some are proud because attack failed, some are afraid because the enemy came too close. Some mothers hold their children tighter. Orhan see all of this. A ruler must see what other try to hide. He must see fear before it becomes panic. Orhan does not call aloud meeting at once. Insist he goes to small tent where the captured attacker is being held. The man is wounded but not close to death. His eyes show fear. The thought he would die in the attack. Now he is alive in hands of men he was sent to harm. Orhan enter with Borhan and Kentharil. He does not shout. He does not threaten quickly. He stands in front of a prisoner and watches him for a moment. This silence is stronger than angry. The prisoner lowers his eyes. Orhan asks who gave the order. The man says he does not know the name, only the sign. He says the message carried a black sail with a broken cross mark. Burhan look at Orhan because this is not a normal Byzantine mark. This detail changed the direction of the story. If the sea does not belong to Felvas, then someone else is moving behind him. Maybe Felvas is being used, maybe the Empire is hiding a second plan, maybe a secret group inside to be a Byzantine world wants both Orhan and Felvas to destroy each other. Orhan understands that he cannot only watch to Borsa now, he must watch to Iznik, place the road, the marathon mark on Mark, the ambassador, and even smiling people who come with gifts. In a time like this, the enemy may come with a sword, but he may also come with bread, news, or a promised peace. Borhan tell Orhan that escape rider took the Astrin road. That road can lead to Asne Coffee, crosses the fortress, passes the old stone bridge. Cantrell wants to ride immediately when men and catch him. His blood is hot after the night attack. He wants action, but Orhan stopped him. He said that a rider carrying a secret message will not to be alone. If they chose to him openly, the enemy will know they have discovered the road. Insist Orhan order a simple smaller group to follow from far away. He wants to know where message goes, who received it, and what it done after it reaches its plate. This is a difference between a warrior and a ruler. A warrior may kill passengers. A ruler wants the whole web. In a main council tent, Aladdin Bey studies the mark described by prisoner. He has seen many seals, letters, and symbols from different lands. He said then broken cross may belongs to hidden military brotherhood or a private group serving powerful men in a Byzantine court. It may not to official imperial sign. This mean there are maybe hand to inside the place that the even empire does not fully control. Orhan listened carefully. Shansha Bey sit neighborly with a serious face. He does not like these hidden games. He believes clear enemies are easier to handle. He says a sword in this world too honest, but a secret letter is poison. Orhan agree, but he also say poison will be studied before it can crud. This council scene is important because it shows the different minds around Orhan. Aladdin think deeply and connect with small sign. Shansha trust experience and direct strength. The Arabs want justice for attack. Malhoun Hatun through always setting in a center of military plans understand the heart of the matters. She said that a hidden enemy always try to make a family doubt itself first. If they cannot break the army, they will try to break the house. This word hang in the air. Orhan now she is right. The enemy already see that Kaya house is strong because it people stand together. So the enemy will not only attack tent, it will attack to trust. At the same time, Nilufar Hatun is living through her own storm. The tension with the Sporka is not simple to jealousy. It is tied to power, place, love, and future security. Niloufar has stood beside Orhan through difficult days. She has carried pain quietly. She has watched him become stronger, more hesitant, more carefully, and more burdened. Now, Asporka presents bring a new kind of pressure. Asporka is from of Byzantine place. She know the language of political game. She carry a royal pride, but she is also intelligent and disciplined. Nilufar sees that Asporka is not a weak woman who can be pushed by a side. This make the confidence sharper. Nilufar does not fear Asporka only as another woman near Orhan. She fear what Asporka represent. Asporka may become a bridge to Bezitum or a political key or a door to violence and danger to the peace of household. Nilufar know that in royal and ruling families, marriages and relationships are never only personal. They become decisions of state. A woman place can change the direction of politics. A childbirth can change the future of power. A word spoken in anger can become a weapon for enemies. So Nilufar's struggle is both emotional and political. This make her more interesting and give her scene greater weight. Asporka also has own struggle. She is not simply trying to defect Nilufar. She has been raised inside a place where softness can be seen as weakness. She has learned to hold her head high even when fear touches her heart. She knows that if she look weak among Turk, she will lose respect. If she look too proud, she will gain enemies. She stands between two worlds. Her own people may see her as piece in their game, or Han people may see her as a stranger. Nilofer may see her as a threat, yet Asporka may also see in Arhan something she did not accept. A man who is not only a conqueror but a traitor leader with vision. This creates a powerful triangle for tension. Orhan must keep in a peace in his house and preparing for war outside. Nilufer must protect her dignity without letting pain control her. Asporka must decide whether she is still only a loyal to the place or whether trust is stronger than old loyalty. This does not mean the story should rush into a romance or drama without reason. It should slowly show how politics and feeling become too mixed. Every look, every silence, every care sentence can carry meaning. In a story like this, a quiet meal can become a dangerous as battlefield. One scene can begin with a Nilofer walking through the inner part of camp where women prepare food and medicine for the wounded. She hears whisper when she passes. Some women speak of Asporka, some wonder what Orhan will do. Nilofer here enough to understand that private matters becoming to public talk. This hurt her more than open insult. She stopped, turned toward the woman and speak with calm strength. She said that house of Orhan will not to be ruled by gossip. The enemy is that gate or no woman. This camp should become the mouth of the enemy. The woman lowered the eyes. Nilofer does not shout, but her dignity make the scene powerful. Later, Nilofer meet Malhoun Hatun. She tried to hide her pain, but Malhoun see through it. A mother like Malhoun does not need any muddy word to understand a woman heart. Nilofer say she can face weird, angry, excel and fear, but facing a certain inside the home is harder. Malhoun tell her that the heart of leader wise is tested in a special way. She must be strong but not stern. She must be patient but not as silent before injustice. She must love but not lose herself. These words are give Nilofer emotional direction. She does not need to fight like a jealousy woman. She must stand like a woman who know her worth. While happened in this calm to be a story move Iznik, the city different from Borsa. Borsa feel trapped left their tried Nick feel too political and watchful. The place was a bright but alleyway are cold. Servant more quickly with lowered head. Soldiers speak in quiet voices. Every person came to know something hides something. The umpire sit advisor. Why do not agree with one another? Some say Orhan must stop now before he becomes too strong. Others say it is better to use him against Byzantine commanders. A few believe Felwas has become too dangerous and may cause more harm than good. The Umars listen, but his face showed that trust no more one completely. The escape rider reaches Iznik under cover of darkness. He does not go through the main gate like an official passenger. He entered through a side passage near an old chapel. This tells us the message is not meant for open eyes. A hooded can receive the scaled letter. Why do not see this face at first? He break the seal and read quietly. His expression does not change by the burn the letter immediately after reading it. This is kind of scene that creates suspense. The audience understand that a plan has moved forward, but the full plan remains hidden. The hooded man later meet a police officer. He said the attack on Orhan's camp failed, but failure can still be useful if it pushes Orhan towards suspicion. These lines reveal the deeper aim. The hidden enemy may not to need to defect Orhan directly. He wants Orhan to doubt his own circle. He wants the camp to argue. He wants to Nilüfer and Sporka tension to grow. He wants to Aladdin Orhan to question each other. He wants to Shensha to challenge decisions. If suspicions spread, the army becomes weaker without losing a battle. This is the hidden fire of Iznik. Back in the camp, Aladdin being to understand this possibility, he tell Orhan that the enemy wants them to chase shadow. If they excuse the wrong person, the real traitor will laugh. Orhan argue that he cannot ignore the threat. He decides to make a quiet test. He will send three different pieces of false information through three different channels. One channel will say the army will move toward the northern gate of Borza. Another will say Orhan plan a secret meeting near the river. The third will say supply route will be moved. Whichever else information reaches the enemy will reveal the path of lake. This show Orhan growing to political intelligence. This plan also give the script strong movement. Burhan carry one message to unknown merchant secretary speak another in front of men who like to gossip. Aladdin sent a third through a formal letter rotate. Each path is watched. The audience follow the information like hunting trailer. This gives suspense without needing conquest, constant fighting. It also showed that Orhan is not only reacting, he is turning the enemy method back on them. Sarkut Path can bring some lightness without making the story weak. He acts as if he is careless, speaking loudly near the fires about a fall plan. Some younger laugh because they think he is being too open. But those who know him understand that Sarkut is playing a role. His eyes are sharp even when his mouth is joking. This is why he is valuable. A man who can hide wisdom behind humor can catch people who think he is foolish. Later, Sarkut noticed one servant leaving too quickly after hearing the fall talk. He smiles to himself. The follow from distance. Burhan path is more serious. He meet a merchant who has bought cloth, salt and small tools. The merchant has traded with camp before. The trade is wartime is never innocent. Burhan give him to fall message indirectly, making it look like he trusts him. The merchant act normal but it hand to shake with the fault is good. Burhan see this. He does not arrest him. He let him leave. A hunter does not shout when the deeper first move. He follow quietly. Aladdin rotate lead toward place passengers. He sends a formal message through a man who has survived to Balik for years. Aladdin does not want to suspect loyal man, but he knows loyalty can be about to threaten or broken through family pressure. This is painful for him. He believes in order and trust, but he also understands that a state cannot survive only hope. He watches the passenger love, pray that the main is clean. The state grow when trust is action walk together. During this event, Fatma Hatun faced her own emotional trial. News separate the Ivana's base side may ask for her hand or that our future may become part of political. Whether this is true or not, talk itself hurt her. She feels that her life is being discussed like land, horses, or battle lines. She understands duty. She has grown up inside a ruling family, but understanding duty does not remove pain. She made Yakat in a quiet place near the edge of camp. Both know they should speak carefully in a world full of witch, owls, and even love must wake in a thief. Yakthai tell Fatma that he does not fear battle, but he fears losing without even allowed to fight her. Fatma answered that some battles are fought with sword, some are fought in rooms where old men making decisions and women are accepted smile. Her words are simple, but they show the pain of many women in such a world. Yaktai want to promise he will change everything, but he no promise can empty if he no powerful. Aladdin helped create a new communication system using sign, sail, tablet, and trusted carrier who travel in pairs. This may sound simple, but it shows state building. A growing valley cannot depend only a brave rider. It needs system that survive pressure. Aladdin role become important here. He is building the bond of future governors will while Orhan fight the visible battle. This is why the partnership matter. Gonza Hatun has a quiet scene with the Aladdin after this. She sees how tried he is. He has spent night reading sign and planning square routes. She bring him food, but he forget to eat. She tell him that a mind also need rest. Aladdin smiles sadly and say enemy does not rest. Gonza answered that if he break himself, the enemy will not need to defect him. This line is simple but wise. It shows her career and her strength. Their personal life add warmth to the political story. Gonza also speak about longing for child. She does not say it as a complaint, but he as a she carried. Aladdin listen, he cannot solve this pain with tragedy. For once, his map and letters cannot help. He hold her hand and say that nothing, every blessing comes on a day we ask, but no prayer is lost. This gives the audience a soft emotional break. It reminds us that while state rise, people still carry the private hope. The next important scene brings Nilufar and Sporka together in a moral series conservation. They meet near the woman area after the planted silk. Truth is partly revealed. There is no friendship yet, but there is honesty. Osperka says she did not choose to be placed between wall, thrones, and plan. Nilufar say one of them truly choose the world they were born into, but they choose how much poison they carry from it. Asporka respect this answer. Nilufar then said that if Asporka bring danger to the house, she will stand against her, but if others use to Asporka to bring danger, she will not become their tool. This is a powerful line because it shows Nilufar dignity and fairness. Sporka answered that she does not ask for Nilufar love. She asks not to be judged by hand that they are trying to control her. Nilufar say respect is earned in time. Sporka except that this scene can be one of the strongest emotional point of this section because it moved beyond a simple rivalry. It showed two strong women measuring each other. They may still clash later and but the conflict become deeper and more mature. Meanwhile, Darshan decides to prove his warning was true. He goes alone to meet contact from his old side. This is dangerous because if Orhan see him, they may think he is battering them. If the Byzantines see his heart has changed, they may kill him. Darshan meet the contact near a rent mill. The contact say the secret circle is preparing to take someone from Orhan camp during the next supply movement. Darshan asks who the contact does not know but say name start with a woman title. The someone from family before Darshan can learn more enemy men arrive. He fight and escape but he is wounded. Halima find him later and near the tree weak and bleeding. She want to call for him help but the bag are not to bring a man who already district to distrust him. Halima refused to let him die in a silence. She bring to him alone. This create a public problem. Some excuse Darshan of the meeting the enemy. Halima say he was gathering warning. The camp divide in opinion. Orhan comes to see him. Darshan barely able to speak. Tell him about the plan to kidnapping. Orhan studies his face. He cannot trust easily, but he also cannot ignore the blood Darshan lost to bring the news. Orhan ordered to Darshan guarded not as a prisoner in a shame, but as a man whose truth must be tested. Halima is angry at first, but Malhone tell her that in war, even to mercy, must walk with action. This is fair. Darshan path remain uncertain. He may become a hero or he may still be used to force larger than him. The audience will keep watching. Orhan now prepare for the possible kidnapping attempt. He changes the supply movement plan to secretly insist of sending the real target with a convoy. He creates a fall convoy with hidden warrior. The women family are moved under stronger protection but quietly. Nilufar, Asporka, Fatma, Halima and Gonza are warned by without separating to panic. This scene can show the women different reaction. If Asporka become to claim and particle to Asporka becomes alter and proud, waiting for help identify place method. Fatma fear but it hide it. Halima warrior about Darshan fate. Gonza think of the unwanted and camp safely. The fall convey lived near afternoon. It carry convert a cart making it look like important people or valuable are inside. Enemy rider follow from far away. They believe they have found the right moment but Orhan has placed to Abdurrahman to Kana Tural in hidden position. Sarkut ride as if he is all guard with the right horse, but he is watching everything. When the enemy attack to covers as thrown back and arm to rise from cart, the trap is reversed, the battle is fierce and one enemy commander is captured alive. Under questioning, he revealed that the target was not Nilufar or Esporka, it was Fatma Hatun. This revelation shocked the camp. Fatma is not only family, she is tied for future two islands. If she was captured or wanted by force into a painful choice, the enemy could use her to stop the military move, break a marriage plan, or create shame inside the family. Yaktik become furious. He want to kill the captured commander. Orhan stop. He understands Yogut plain, but angry cannot destroy information. Fatma hearing what happened become too pale. He does not collapse. She say the enemy think women are gate. They can open reach man. Malone answer that something women become wall. No enemy can pass. This line give Fatma strength. Yagatut and Fatma later share a short scene. Yagut feel guilty because he was not there. Fatma tell him that she does not need a man who only blame himself. She need a man who stand to tragedy with storm came. Yagut understand their bond becomes stronger but also more serious. Love in this world cannot be childish. It must be attested by danger. The captured commander also revealed one more thing. The kidnapping order came through a sign linked or Iznik, not Borsa. This confirmed that the hidden circle is not directly acting against Orhan family. Orhan decide the waiting is no longer enough. He will send a secret message to Empire not as a request but as a warning. He will tell him that his Nick continues to send hidden Kinav or Han will answer openly. This is a bold move because it forced to the Empire either control and is openly this bold because the Imo returned into the evening and Empire become trouble. Eno or Han word have truth. He began to suspect that the secret circle is becoming too strong but also fear moving against because they may hold power inside army and court. This make not fully in control as Polka earlier view of place now make more sense. Place life may look glorious but inside it is full of chain. He ordered leather hair of Orhan warning and understand that the game is changing. He decide the final move for before Orhan can expose them fully. He will force to Felvas in a direct strike from Borza while creating to unrest into Iznik. The aim is to make Orhan fight on two fronts, physical battle at a Borza on political danger to Iznik. This prepare to next section. The ending of section 2 should bring to all of thread together. Orhan stand as a consultant with Aladdin, Malhoun, Nilufar, Sporka, Shensha and Keep Alabs. The each person now that their enemy is larger than one city. Borsa is still to Gaul. Iznik is the brain of hidden angry and Felvas is the fit of outside. The secret circle is the smoke inside the place. The empire is a week of throne between them. The Kaya between families target because it unity or Han strength. Nilufar looked at Sporka for a moment. There is still distance between them, but also a new understanding. Sporka give a small nod, not friendship, but of respect. Malone sees then say nothing but her eyes show relief. Aladdin being writing new orders, Sir could sharpen his blade and making a small joke to hide heaviness. Borhan prepare for another secret mission. Kentaril want open battle. Abdurrahman stay claim like a stone. Fatma stands stronger after learning she was targeted. Halima watches our wanted to Darsan unsure what his future will be. Gonza pray quietly outside the wind, move across the camp. Borsa walls stand in a distance somewhere beyond them. People whisper over Orhan messages. Somewhere is Iznik the hidden circle prepares it next trap somewhere in other place. The empire being too fair his own shadow, and somewhere inside Felva's revenge burned hotter than a reason. The final image can be Orhan alone at night looking toward both road, one road of Borsa, one road of Iznik. He understands that if he take Borsa that ignored to Iznik hidden fire, the victory may become too dangerous. If he chases Iznik and like Borsa, the sect may be weakened. A ruler must choose not only what is right but what must be done first. He closes his eyes for a moment and remembers the weight of Usman's dream. Then he opened them with a clear face. He say quietly, "What wall fall? A fear changes side. Until now, Borsa feared Orhan. Soon the cruel man inside Borsa will fear their own people. Until now, Insnik hide behind secrets. Soon its secret will fear the light. Until now, the enemy try to another enter Orhan house through doubt. Some they will learn that house built on loyalty does not fall because of whisper." Section Section 2 and here with the hidden fire burning better. The battle is no longer simple. Borsa is still waiting. Snake is now awake. Velvus is more dangerous because he is losing control. The secret circle is more dangerous because it has no face yet. Nilüfer and Spork are no longer only a part of personal tension. They have become part of political storm. Fatma has become target. Darzan has become caution. Aladdin has become to mind behind the shield. Malhoun remain the wisdom holding the house together, and Orhan Bey stands at the center of all it, and no longer only proving to his courage, but proving that he can rule a world full of sweat, secret, love, and battle. The next road will not to be easy. The enemy has learned that Orhan cannot be trapped like a careless warrior, so now they will try to want him through the people he loves, the city he wants, and truth he is trying to uncover. But Orhan has learned something. He has learned that justice can enter place where armies cannot. He has learned that silence can reveal more than shouting. He has learned that women, Rome, merchant road, place, letter, and hungry city street are all part of the same war. And most of all, he has learned that a state is not built only when a gate is broken. A state is built and when people begin to believe that the future on the other side of that gate may be better than fear they are lying to under living under now. That belief is now moving through Borsa like a secret wind. It is moving through Orhan camp like a new strength. It is moved through Iznik like a warning. And when belief begin to move, even the strongest walls start to be a field old. The story now enters a darker road. The storm around to Borsa has not ended, but the shadow of Iznik and Ismat has grown larger. Orhan Bey understands that his enemies are no longer waiting behind one wall. They are moving across road, through place hall, inside secret letters, and through weak heart of men who can bought with fear. In the earlier part of the story, Borsa felt like the main prize. Now, Borsa is still important, but it is not alone. The enemy wants to pull Orhan in many directions at the same time. If he move toward Borsa, Snake send a hidden knife. If he watches Snake, Borsa prepare a fire trap. If he protect his family and army become to be exposed. If he protect the army, his family become the target. This is kind of the test that make a ruler. A brave man can face one sword, but a ruler must face many danger at once and still keep his heart steady. This morning, after the fall message, trap is not peaceful. The camp is alive, but it feels changed. Men speak a lower voice. Women move carefully between tent. The wounded are being treated. The small band of cloth and smoke still hang out in the air. A few sit with a banged army, angry that enemy try to burn them like animals. Inside the water passage, Ken Taril will walk from one end of camp to other, unable to rest. His heart want to revenge. Borhan is more silent. He keep remembering the fresh mark on a tunnel wall and footprint that warned him before death came. Sarko joke with a wounded, keep their spirit high, but even his eyes are serious. Everyone know the enemy has changed in its method. This is not only to say now, this is war of trap. Orhan Bey stand near the edge of camp looking toward to Borsa. The city does not look a victory, it looked right, but right thing can still bite. Smoke rise behind the wall, the people inside are hungry and Felbus is growing to more cruel. Yet Orhan does not feel joy at the enemy's suffering. He knows that he wants to be a take Borsa and keep it. He must not enter as destroyer. He must enter as a man who ends fear. A city taken only the sword can stay angry for years. A city stay bad at being to believe in justice can become part of a new future. This thought is heavy in this mind. He is not fighting only for the moment of victory. He is fighting for that what comes after to victory. Aladdin Bey arrived with a new reports. He has been awake almost the whole night. His eyes are tired, but his mind are sharp. He tells Orhan that the secret circle is Iznik is trying to force them into a wide war before their plan are ready. There are signs of movement. Vanished from the road, a small Turkish unity. It is the post to a end of has gone silent. A passenger from the north did not return. None of this is proved by itself, but together it form a pattern. Aladdin separated the small pieces of information on the table. Orhan looked at him to them quietly. The enemy want him to a warrior about to Borsa, Iznik, Ismat, and the camp of Fatma, Asporka, Nilufar, and the hidden traitor all at once. This is not too random, it is a pressure. Shenshah Bey entered the council with a usual strong step. He has not patience of invisible enemies. He say the more look at shadow, the more soldiers lose the fire of battle in his eyes. The answer is simple. Hit Borsa hard to break Felbus and show Iznik that Orhan is not a man to be played with. Some may are agree with him. They are tired of waiting. They are think army need a clear victory. But Aladdin warned that if the attack blindly, the enemy may strike their weak side. Orhan listened to both. He respected Shenshah's courage and respect to Aladdin's action. A weak leader chooses the voice he liked most. A strong leader listens to all voices and then choices what the time demands. Orhan said they will not to abandon Borsa, but they will also not let the enemy choose the road. He ordered south toward Smith and northern passes. He want to know why the small unit want to silent. He stand to a trusted man only, not a large group that can be seen from far away. He also ordered to Warsaw lines to stay strong. No gap must appear around the city. This decision showed that Orhan is learning how to stretch his hand without breaking his arm. He must keep pressure on Warsaw while learning what danger is rising behind hill. In a woman part of Camp Nilofer Hatun hear about to silent unit and the new fear around to Izmit. She understands that every new piece of new pole around Orhan fathers into a danger. She does not speak like a woman who wants to stop him from his duty. She know who what victory history asks from him, but she also know that a man can become so busy carrying a state that I forget the people holding his heart together. Her pain is quite not a weak. She watches her son from a distance and think about what kind of world they will inherit. Will they inherit a land of justice or a land still burning with the old revenge? Asporka is so restless. The form instinct he has touched to something deep in her heart. She know place method. She know what powerful men want to hide their own weakness. They create storm fire from the throne. They send others to die. They call it tragedy. They use women as symbols, soldiers as tool, or cities as shield. Asparka has lived inside the world. She is not innocent about power, but now standing in our Han camp, she sees a different kind of power forming. It is not too soft and it is not too simple, but it is more open than the place shadow she know. This trouble her because it forces her to judge the place she came from. Nilufar and Sporka meet near the tent where medicine are stored. From the moment neither speak, the air between them is still heavy from earlier tension. Nilufar is ready to call Sporka a friend, and Sporka is not ready to bow her head like a defected guest. But both women have seen the enemy try to use their distance as a weapon. Nilofer speaks first. She said that is a Ivnik and uses a Sporka name again. The camp must not catch unprepared. A Sporka answered that Iznik does not only use names, it use memories, fear, and family. Warned Nilofer say every house has a wound, but not everyone need to become a door for the enemy. Asporka look at her and say that is easy to say for a woman whose place is already known. Nilofer answered that a known place still has to defend every day. This is conservation does not solve everything, but it creates a new honesty. Malhoun Hatun watches from a short distance. She does not enter to conservation. She knows some bridges are built only when two people place stone themselves. Malhoun understands that Nilofer and Sporka may never become close in simple way, but they must learn not to because enemy roared into family. Malhoun, this is not only about a woman pride. This is state matter. In a ruling house, private anger can become to public weakness. A careless word can travel faster than a horse. A rumor can world more damage than an arrow. She has seen enough years of struggle to know this truth. At the same time, Fatma Hatun carried the shock of learning that she was target of kidnapping plan. The people around her try to comfort her, but comfort can feel like a pity. She does not want to be a seen as helpless woman who was almost taken. She wants to be seen as herself with her own courage and will. Yet inside her heart, fear is still more. She thinks about how close the enemy came to turning her life into a bargaining tool. She think about to Yaktik and his angry. She think about to Ivoners and the political talk around the future. She think about how easy a woman name can be placed in plans she did not make. This gave Fatma a deeper strength. She began to understand that if she does not speak for herself, others will speak over her. Jekatai wants to see her, but he is stopped by duty. He is sent by to help guard by outer road. They hurt him because his heart wants to stand near the Fatma, but his honor tell him to avoid Orhan order. The enemy would be happy if love made him careless, so he won't turn love into discipline. This is hard lesson for him. A young man can think love means running toward the person he loves at every moment, but in this world, love sometimes means standing where duty places you because that duty protects the person you love. Darsan remains wounded, guarded. Halima visits him with a Malone permission. She brings water and clean cloth. Darsan is weak, but his eyes are clear. He's known. Many people still doubt him. He does not blame them completely. A man who came from the other side cannot ask for trust like a gift. He must earn it through a pain. Halima asks him it a regret bring the warning. Darsan say he regret the only that he did not bring it sooner. He tell her that the men behind the secret circle are not like normal soldiers. They do not care if Turks or a Byzantine die. They care only that their own hand reach power. Halima listen carefully. She feels that Dasan is telling the truth, but truth does not erase to danger. His past still follow him like a shadow. The scout sent toward Ismet leave before noon. Burhan chooses the man himself. He wants light rider, quiet eyes, and strong nerve. One of them is young Alap who wants to prove himself after being wounded in a pride. Not buddy to during this passage trip. Burhan warns him that shouting road is not a place for showing to bravery. It is a place for swelling fear and bringing back truth. The young not but a Burhan can see fire in him. Fire is useful in a battle, but in a secret mission it can light the enemy path. Burhan decides to keep him close. The road toward Smith is beautiful in a sad way. Green hill trees to under a pale sky. The trees move in a wind. Bird fly loved in a rough letter. It said that Orhan road to Ismat will end in bonds. The words are meant to provoke him. Burhan understand at once the scene was arranged like a message, not only an attack. The enemy wants to Orhan to rush toward Ismat with angry. If he does, Borsa may breathe, Iznik may move, and hidden circle may gain time. Burhan takes the curved wood as a proof and order the men to leave quickly, but before they can go, arrow fly from the tree. The ambush is sudden. One scout fall. Burhan pull behind a rock. Enemy soldiers move three sides. They are not two fellows ordinary men. They are rumors is no mixed. Some wear Byzantine pieces, some wear plain dark leather, some carry the broken cross mark. This confirms the secret circle hand. The fight is sharp and dangerous because Burhan group is small. They cannot win a full battle. They must survive and carry new back. Burhan other smoke to arrow to feed toward the dry bush. The smoke gives them cover. The young Arab want to stay and fight, but Burhan Orhan shouts that a man carry no messages. They retreat through the smoke, losing one horse but are saving most of group. Back at the camp, Orhan received the new face with like a stone when a Orhan showed that curved message and broken cross sign. The consent grow attends can tell streak the table with his first. He says insult cannot stand. Sarkut face lose its humor. Abdurrahman lowered his eyes in prayer for the dead. Shensha say this exactly why they must answer when strength. If they do not, every enemy from Borsa to Iznik with think Orhan can be wounded without reply. Aladdin warned again that the message was made to pull them, but this time even Aladdin know they cannot simply ignore it. If Orhan does not nothing, his man heart may break. If he move too fast, he may enter to a trap. This is cruel to balance of leadership. Insist, he say he will become worthy in action, not only in words. Fatma looked at him with sadness and hope together. Their story add a soft but painful thread to the larger political cloth. Halima and Darsan line also grow more dangerous. Darsan has been walking in a difficult road because his heart and his background do not stand on the same side. Some people still don't trust him. They look at him and see enemy shadow. Halima wants to believe him, but she is not foolish. She knows love can used as a trap. Darsan may try to warn her about rumors he heard from people connected to the Bazitam. He say a plan is being prepared and it may target someone inside Orhan family. Halima asks why he is telling her instead of going of Orhan directly. Darsan answered that Orhan man may not to believe but she might listen first. This create tension because the information be real but the passenger is still doubt. Halima decide to take the warning seriously but she does not to give fully trust. She goes to Malhoun Hatun and speak carefully. Malhoun listen without showing surprise. She understands that truth can become from unaccepted mouths. She also knows the enemies may use to Darsan to plant fear. She tells Halima that they will test the news before acting. This show Malhoun wisdom. She neither reject the warning because of pride nor accept it blindly because of fear. This balance is what makes her strong elder figure. The threefold information path now begin to produce result. The message spoken by the circuit reaches a small contact near the camp, but connect is catch before he can go for. This man is not remain to traitor. He is only a small ear paid to listen. He know a little. Marston followed by Brohan take as a forest road and meet a monk near an abandoned shrine. This is a more serious. The monk carry a small metal tube hidden in the staff. Inside it is guarded not. Borhan and men capture him after a short chase. The note mention the full northern gate plain. This means the Marston route is connected to the enemy network. But Aladdin path brings the most troubling result. His formal message also came to reach the enemy, but the passenger himself disappears before returning. This means either the passenger betrayed them or he was captured by someone who know his rotate. Aladdin feel this personally. He chose that rotate because it was supposed to the scare. Orhan does not blame him, but Aladdin blame himself. This give brother a strong emotional scene. Aladdin said that if his hand open a door to the enemy, he must answer for it. Orhan tell him that brother does not answer alone. They will find the truth together. This brotherhood is important because the enemy wants to divide them. If Orhan becomes angry and Aladdin becomes to disappear, the hidden enemy will insist their unity becomes stronger. Orhan said that Usman house has seen many traps, but no trap can win it brothers stand shoulder to shoulder. Aladdin answered that shoulder to shoulder is not enough. They must also stand mind to mind. This line fit him well. It showed that brotherhood is not only to emotion, it is shared purpose. Meanwhile, is Isnik in the hooded man learns that Orhan has started testing the information channel. He is not surprised. He respects Orhan intelligence, but he also believes a young ruler can push through the where tension between Nilofer and Asporka becomes useful to the enemy. A forget letter, a carefully planted rumors may suggest that Asporka is secretly sending information to the Byzantine place. Another rumor suggests that Nilofer is using influence to push Asporka away, weaken Orhan diplomatic hand. The goal is not proof the truth. The goal is to create doubt. A servant in the man woman area find a small piece of silk with a place mark hidden among two Porka blocking. It looks suspicious. The woman whispered Nilofer heard the news. As Porka become angry and say it was planted. Nilofer want to believe. She want not so be careless if she were truly spying, but her pain makes it hard to speak softly. As Porca says she is tired of being treated like a snake in every room. Nilofer answered that a snake does not become too harmless by wearing silk. The words are sharp. The room become cold. This is exactly what the enemy wanted. Malhoun entered before argument grow worse. She looked at silk, then at both women. She said the person who planted this did not only want to excuse Asporka, they wanted Nilofer excuse for Hurst. That would make one deeper. Nilofer goes silent. Asporka can also understand. Malhoun orders the woman to keep quiet until Orhan and Aladdin inspect the matter. Her authority stop the fire from spreading. This scene show why Malhoun is dangerous to hidden enemies. She can see design behind the emotion. Orhan is informed about a silk mark. He does not rush to excuse Asporka. He asks where it was found, who touched it, who saw it first, and now who spread the news fastest. This is ruler reaction. Asporka watches him closely. She accepted angry or suspicion, but he gives caution. This affect her. She realized that Orhan is not easy to turn. Nilofer also see it. Part of her may feel relief that Orhan is fair. Another part may feel pain because fairness toward Asporka still places Asporka in the center of matter. This makes Nilofer inner conflict more human. The investigation lead to young servant who admit that another woman gave her the silk and told her place is there. The woman who gave it to Wishnet the confirmed that larger network is operating inside the near camp. Orhan ordered quiet searches, not to public panic. He want to Traitor to think their plan is still alive. He tell Aladdin that the enemy is trying to turn woman heart into battlefield. Aladdin answered that many stay have fallen because ruler ignore the room where women spoke. Orhan understood this. The inner house is the part of the state. Borsa meanwhile continuously to suffer. However, Felvas is more unstable than before. The fail cam attack has damaged his pride. He heard that another hidden group is acting through his neck and he feel insulted. He believed the should be the one leading the fight against Orhan. If someone in Iznik is using him, then he is no longer the master of his own revenge. This may come to Farius. He called his two closest men. He say we will to make a move so strong that neither the umpire nor the secret plotter can ignore him. This is dangerous because Felvas may do something cruel to prove himself. Inside, Borsa people feel the effect of his angry. Food is taken from home. For soldiers, anyone who speaks to surrender is punished. A priest asks for mercy of an angry family, but Felvas say mercy is luxury for these who are not to undersag. This line show how fair he was to Solon. He believed to certain is strength, but greatly create quiet rebellion. A mother whose son is taken from forced defense began to hate him. A barker hiding floor for children become too willing to help anyone who can end the suffering. He tried guard at a wall, being to wonder if opening a gate would be a sign or a mercy. This human side of Borsa is important for this script. It keeps the story from becoming only Turks against Byzantines. It shows people trapped under the leaders and war. Orhan future victory will feel stronger if the audience see that Borsa is not just stone wall, it is a city of full of leaves. Some fear the Turk because they have been told stories. Some fear Felvas because they see his action. Some do not care who rules if their children can eat. This is truth of many sects. The common people pay the price first. Orhan receive a secret message from inside Borsa. It comes through an old traders who once worked with Kaya to merchant. The message said that some people inside the city are ready to give information about weak gate, but they want a promise that a civilian will not be harmed. Orhan read message slowly. Some may see this opportunity. Shensha say they should use too quickly before chance disappear. Aladdin warned that may be trap. Orhan agree with both sides. Opportunity and trap can wear the same face. He decide to send a small hidden team to meet the contact, but he also prepare a backup plan. Nilufar hear about the possible contact inside to Borsa and ask Orhan what he will promise the city people. Orhan say he will promise justice but not weakness. Those who fight with weapon will be treated as enemy. Those who open the door in peace will be protected. Nilufar tell him that the people must hear clearly. Fear can close a gate, but trust can open one. Her word matter. Orhan look at her. See not only wife but a woman who understand rule. This help to repair some of emotional distance between them. Asporka also has something to say about Borsa and Iznik. She know how Byzantine officer think. She tell Orhan that if a city feel abandoned by the empire, it may break faster. But if the empire send even a small symbol by sport, the city pride may rise again. Orhan asked why she would tell him this. Asporka answered that she is tired of men burning city to protect their pride. These lines show a possible change inside her. She may still proud of her own origin, but she is beginning to judge action not only a banners. Nilufar here part of this conservation and feel the complexity of situation. Asporka advice may help to Orhan that make her valuable. Nilofer cannot deny it, but the more valuable Asporka becomes harder, Nilofer position feel this is a painful truth. The script should not make Nilofer small or better. It should show that a woman can still feel hurt. It should show that dignity, pain can live in a same heart. Nilofer strength is that she feel nothing. Her strength is that she does not let pain destroy her honor. The hidden mention to Borsa began to at night. Borhan lead the group with two trusted Arab and no one local guide. The move through a dry stream bed, avoiding patrol fire. The city wall rise above them like a stone against the moon. A small rope is lowered from a narrow window near unused storage tower. The contact inside is an old guard with tried eyes. He tells them the fellows has placed more than men at main gate, but the water passage under the western side is weak. It cannot a fully of army pass, but a few men can enter. Aborhan asks why guard is helping. The man says garden son is striving and fellows call the loyalty. The answer is simple, powerful. But the meeting is not safe. Another guard see movement and tries claim Burhan group must escape. One LP is wounded. The old guard hide them inside a storage room from broken barrels. Soldier pass close. Burhan hear them speak. They mention that a special poisoner will be moved from Borsa toward Iznik before dawn. Burhan understand that this may important who is the poisoner. Why move him now? It is connected to the hidden sale. The mention become more the gate search. It becomes the discovery of another secret. When Borhan return, he bring both map of the weak passage and news of poisoner. Orhan listen carefully. Aladdin think a poisoner may be someone who know the hidden network. Felvers may be sending him away before he can captured if Borsa fall. Or maybe the poisoner is bite. Orhan decide to interrupt the transfer. But he does not want to expose the water passage plan yet. He will send a fast group to forest road and keep the main army quiet. This create a strong action sequence before dawn. Can Tyrell admit Abdurrahman he selected to elevate in the Mr. near the forest path. The poisoner convey moves with a small but the elite guard. The poisoner face is covered. The elite attack too quickly. Sword clash in a grey morning. Horse shout and the fight is shout to the tents. Canal to Troll break the enemy line. Abdurrahman protect the poisoner from being to killed by his own guard. This detail to matter because the guard tried to kill poisoner rather than lose him. That means he knows something valuable. When the face covering is removed from poisoner is revealed to the former Byzantine scribe or servant is he is weak, afraid, and injured. He say he copied letter for powerful men and learned too much. He know that broken cross seal it belonged to secret circle inside the Byzantine court. Their aim is not only to stop Orhan, they want to control empire, remove reveal, and use to Borsa fall or survival for their own power. They believe Jews will let them rebuild authority under their own command. This revelation makes the story bigger. Orhan is not facing one enemy, he is stopping into a world of empirical decay. The scribe also said that secret circle want to Asporka back under the control. She is valuable because of her blood, her place, knowledge, and her connection to Orhan world. If they cannot control her, they may destroy her name. This explain planted silk. It was not only create a trouble in Orhan household, it was a warning Asporka. The place can still reach her. Her past is not far away. This news shake Asporka when share it for the first time. Her proud face break a little. She realized that her own people may see her on not to princess but as a tool. Nilofer is present when this is discussed. She sees a Sporka reaction. Sometimes changes in her heart. Pain does not disappear, but understanding enters. Nilofer know what it means be used by politics. She know what it means have been decided women future. While speaking of honor and state, for the moment, for two women are revealed, there are two women trapped in different form of same storm. This does not make the friends at once, but it opens a door to Malhoun later speak to Nilofer alone, tell her that sometimes when we fear is wounded by some fear. Nilofer says no, that knowing does not make her heart claim quickly. Malhoun answered that claim not born in one night. It is a built like wall, stone by stone. This is beautiful way to show emotional growth. Nilofer does not need to become perfect. She need to move forward with dignity. Asporka also speak with Orhan. She said that if the secret circle want her, then she can be used against them. Orhan refused to use her as a bite. Careless, Asporka says she is not asking for protection like helpless poisoner. She is offering knowledge as a someone who know the place. Orhan respect this. He tell her that courage is not only standing before sword. Sometimes it is standing before people who shaped you and saying no. Asporka is silent. This line reaches her because her real battle is not with Nilofer, it is with the place shadow inside her life. While this emotional and political thread develop, Felvas prepare a betrayal move. He decides to send full news to Orhan that Borsa is ready to sounder through the western passage. He died to hope Orhan will send men into a trap under the city where oil, fare, and soldiers wait. This is cruel but fighting for Felva's state of mind. He does not care if the message is destroyed or civilians suffer. He wants to Orhan must burn in a darkness the old guard inside to burn. Here part of this plan and risk sending another warning, but he is catched before warning leaves. Now the audience know the trap, but Orhan does not. This creates strong suspense. The old guard is brought before Evalvus. Felvus asks he battered the city. The guard says he did not battery the city. He battery the currently destroying it. They encouraged Felvus. He ordered the guard imprisoned and so his son the family will pay. The scene show how to Felvus loses moral ground. He is no longer to defending Porsa people. He is holding them hostage to his revenge. This make the audience want to him full more strongly. In camp, the false sounder message reaches Arhan. It matches some from the true information Borhan brought to earlier, so it was not easy to dismiss. This is the what make a good trap. A lie work best when it stands beside truth. Aladdin warned that it may be too easy. Chencha say voting may to be a losing to chance. Ken Thrall went to go and test itself to himself. Borhan feel responsible because his mission through bought the message knew first. Orhan must decide. The council become tense. Everyone has a point. There is no simple answer. Orhan choose a careful middle path. He will not send many men. He will send a small team. But they will not enter deep unless they receive a second sign from inside. At the same time, he will prepare a silent force outside the passage and another group near the main gate. If it is a trap, they will catch the trappers. If it real, they will be ready to use it. This plan show growth or harm does not reject to opportunity out of fear, but he does not accept it blindly. Nilofer asks before he leaves whether he trusts the message. Orhan say he trusts Allah, then his mind, then his man, but he does not trust the enemy. Nilofer give him a small cloth for protection, not a magic, but as a sign of prayer and love. The scene is quiet, it repairs something between them. Orhan take it with respect and he said that whatever storm enters this house, Nilufer place in his heart is not a tent that can be moved by wind. This gives Nilufer strength and it also recurs to the audience that their bond still matters. As Porka watches from a distance, she sees the redness between them. Her face does not show jealousy in a simple way, it shows thought. Maybe she understands that Orhan is not a man whose heart can be easily concerned like a castle. Maybe she also understands that her own path must not build on other women's pain. This is important if the story wants Asporka to become layered and respected. She can be proud and strong without becoming cruel. The passage mentioned began. The entrance is narrow and wide. The ellipse moved through darkness with low torches. Water dripped with a stone. The air smelled of mud and old iron. Burhan lead because he know the map best. Kenneth Tyrrell follow, ready for any attack. Then find the first sign that was promised, a small white mark on a wall. But Borhan noticed something strange. The mark is too fresh, too clean, almost place for them to see. He stopped the group. A younger want to continuously, but Borhan listened his instant. He nails in touches ground. There are many footprints ahead, more than there should be. A trap is real. Before they can retreat, fire is released from the war side. Flames rush along the passage. They fall back quickly. One man is burned on an arm. Ken Terrell hold a shield against the heat while Borhan pulled the wounded man away. Outside, Orhan sees smoke rising from the passage and gives signal. His backup forces move. His enemy soldiers waiting the near exit are attacked from behind. Felver's trap turned into a battle he did not fully control. This gave the action satisfying twist because Orhan action save lives. But the danger is not over. During chores, another group of enemy riders moved toward the supply line. This was the second layer of the plan. Felvers wanted Orhan focused on passage while another strict damage supplies. However, Aladdin had predicted this possibility. He placed a hidden guard near cart circuit lead with them surprising discipline. When the enemy arrives, they find not sleeping guard but ready to blitz. Circuit laugh and see the came late to the on funeral. The fight began. His humor break the tension, but his swear proved the seriousness. The battle ended with enemy defected, but not without cost. A few are wounded. The passage is partly damaged. The chance to enter Borsa quietly may be lost for now. Orhan is angry but not valid. He say fellows wanted to burn them into darkness, but he has only shown afraid he is out of the light. These nine work well from dramatic script. It shows Orhan turning the enemy currently into a moral strength. After they fail trap, the people inside Borsa suffer more because Felvers blame everyone. He arrests work near the water passage. He punished guard. He increased control, but more he tightened his grip. Then the side a city slap from this hand. The old guard families threaten, and this create quite anger among other guard. The baker are preset and survival. Mother began to speak in whisper. They do not yet know how to act, but the idea has started. Perhaps the city can survive only to Felvers follow. The inner weakness become to Orhan opportunity. He tell to Aldur Aladdin that they may not to need to break strongest gate. They may need to help the city break it fair. Aladdin say fair break with people believe there is something suffer on the other side. Orhan decide to send a public message to the people Bursa, not to the Felvers, not to the commander, to the people. The message say that those who lay down weapon and protect civilian will be safe. Those who continuously will answer for it. This is not only to kindness, it is the tragedy. It separates the people from the fellows. The message is tied to arrow and sent near the wall. Some are thrown into the city through hidden contact. People are read them in a secret a woman carry because it is the first time anyone has spoken to them as people, not shield. A guard hide one message under this humors. A priest read it by candlelight and closes his eyes in a prayer. Fellows, order all messages burned, but words are here to kill after the enter heart. This is the strong turning point. The sect become not only physical and physiological in Isnik, the secret circle becomes worried. Orhan is not acting like a simple frontier war. He is using to mercy as a weapon, patience as a rumor, or justice as a rod into enemy city. The hooded leaders say Orhan must be forced into wreck. If he remain calm, Porsa may fall without kind of bloodshed that would make people hate him. They decide to target someone close to him again. This time the target may be Fatma, Halima, Darsan or even Aladdin. The exact plan is not revealed yet, keeping the suspense from the next section. The scribes captured by Orhan give one more piece of information. He say secret circle has a man close to the Felfus and other war near the empire. This means both sides of Byzantine power are being to control. Orhan asks there is a man inside the camp too. The scribe hesitate. He say he does not know a name, only the message from Turkish camp reached Inzek before. This keep the traitor question alive. The small species are found, but deeper lake may still exist. Orhan face become harder. The enemy hand is still near. Their certain effect everyone trust become more precious.